Alright, we're back. Thank you for that break time. Welcome back, everyone. Chowed down on a leftover pork chop and some slices of dried mango. Tasty treats. And congratulations, Crash, on your oldest being engaged. It's nice. That's a nice little perk there. So, if you just got here during the break, we are, we kind of have one larger goal today to go after the Divine Beast Varuta. But for now, we were getting some gear upgraded. We completed the Zora set, and we got it upgraded to 2nd tier. That's pretty good. Now we've got much more armor than we had 20 minutes ago. Got 24 total defense when we're wearing this. We'll swap out pieces as needed for climbing or cold weather, but I am really pleased to have that. Feel much better about going after the Divine Beast. So, where to for now? What do I have marked on the map? There's a shrine off in the distance, I think. And not far from the 2nd Akala Tech Lab. Wanna head up that way? Maybe try to unlock the lab? Hey, Rango, what's going on? No, you know where I want to go? I want to go down to this tech lab right now and see if we can, what's her name? Pura? Let's talk to Pura about upgrading our runes and see what we need to upgrade them. Even if we could just, even if we could upgrade bombs and nothing else, that would be great. Let's see what we need to upgrade our runes. Player One Live auto hosting, thank you. Thank you for the host. And I think I missed a couple. Lead up to the break. Beauty Biscuits, if you're out there. Duck Hunt Pro. Justice Strikes. Thank you all for the host love, always. And welcome, anyone out there. Yeah, the wombat, that's sort of what I was thinking. The way to a woman's father's heart. Get him a Switch. Hey, Pura. Hey, you. Something on your mind? Something good? Haha, glad you asked. You bring me some ancient materials, I'll power up your runes. You'll need 3 ancient screws to power up your Sheikah sensor, 3 ancient shafts to power up your remote bombs, 3 ancient cores, that's the tricky one, early game, to power up stasis. If we're on the same page, stop staring at me. Hurry up, bring me some ancient materials. Let's see what we've got. While we're there, you want those climbing gears? Yes, let's talk about climbing gear. Got springs, we got a few gears, we don't have 3 shafts, we've got enough screws, and this giant ancient core isn't even the one she's talking about. We needed 3 ancient... Just 3 ancient cores? Or was it the giant ones? Anyways, we don't have the cores, but... we can upgrade at least the sensor. Cores are tricky, even late game. Yeah, let's talk about what that takes. I was under the impression that there's always a random chance to get a core by destroying a guardian. But the more I went on, it seemed to be that it's almost like you have to take no damage attacking a guardian, or have to prevent them from firing their laser. Is there a trick to getting guardians to drop cores? Ancient materials! Okay. I'm game. Time to power up some runes. Which rune do you want to power up? Well, I know we've got what we need for the sensor. 3 ancient screws. How does it change? If you power up the sensor, you'll be able to detect the objects you take pictures of with your camera. Which is handy and extremely irritating because it goes beep, 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 beep. Beep beep, and you're supposed to use this thoroughly irritating beep to hone in on objects. Oh yeah, please do it. 3 ancient screws and a cute snap. Here I go. Snap. Hey-ho, got it. Okay then, Sheikah sensor upgrade underway. Guidance stone lock removed. Now, let's do this thing. Sheikah slate authenticated. Yeah, I usually disable it too, Crash, but every once in a while I turn it on for one specific thing. I used it a lot for getting fireproof lizards. I don't remember what else I really used it for, but I definitely used it to wander around Death Mountain looking for fireproof lizards. Yeah, Rivali, when I was trying to farm Guardians, that's when I started to get the feeling there was a trick to it, but I was never sure. Seemed a bit random. Alright, Hyrule Compendium linked. Sheikah's sensor upgraded. That's the beep. Bombs might have been the one that needed shafts. We don't have enough shafts. So I think we're gonna get denied there. Ooh, the Sheikah Sensor Plus! I really want to see it. Yes, quite. So if you don't mind, how about showing Simon that spiffy Sheikah Sensor Plus later? Later sounds good. I'll double check, but I think she said shafts for the bombs and ancient cores for the stasis. Magnesis doesn't get an upgrade. Cryonis doesn't get an upgrade. Moat bomb power-up time. Yeah, I'll need 3 ancient shafts that I don't have. Hold it! Stop everything! You don't have the necessary materials. You'll need 3 ancient shafts to power up your remote bombs. Barely scraping by as it is. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, know what I mean? So which rune do you want to power up? Bye. So, just to make a point of the Sheikah sensor, you can pick something from your compendium to target. In its default state, it'll beep when you're near a shrine. Can help you find some of the harder to find shrines, but I'm telling you, you don't want this thing beeping as you play the game. It's massively irritating. But we pick something common like a Hylian shroom, although there probably aren't any right around here. Leave it on until it starts beeping, and then we'll turn it off because it'll drive us crazy. One place we could go right now to try and get a few ancient shafts east of the Dueling Peaks, and it might be cool to try and climb those today. Boy, you know, you could just sidetrack and then sidetrack and sidetrack and sidetrack and do that forever. Crash, let's talk again about the climbing gear. Because we could get the climbing gear and go after the 2 shrines on the Dueling Peaks. 3, actually, near the top of the Dueling Peaks. Once we get that climbing gear. So let me scroll back a little bit. You said 1 shrine is south and 1 is north of your location. Going to maybe need some details. It doesn't showing Simon start the Sun Shroom quest. Rivali, I'm not sure I ever... That doesn't ring a bell. Let's talk to Simon while we're here. All right, Crash, thank you. Tinoco Island, south of your location. I'll look at that next. Hello. Acquired the Sheikah Sensor Plus. This should really come in handy. With that, you can sense things that you've captured with your camera. Explaining won't do it justice. Why not learn by trying? Let's give it a shot, so to speak. Let's see here. First, go take a picture of a sun shroom with the camera. There's one behind the lab. Convenient. Yeah, maybe I did this and it was just quick and sort of forgettable. But he was right. There's a sun shroom. Normally you would see that orange box around something you had not already photographed, but if it's quest related, you'd see that red bubble with an exclamation mark. Sunshroom. Here, I'll leave it for a moment. Hear that beeping noise? How long do you think you could stand playing with that beeping noise in your ears? Ah, were you able to take a picture of a sunshroom? Yes. Let me confirm. You don't trust me. Talking about a picture of a mushroom. Do you think I ate the mushroom? Seems like you got a picture of a sunshroom. Excellent. You passed first grade. Next, open your compendium. Tune the sensor to that picture of the sunshroom. Then you'll be able to sense sunshrooms. Detailed instructions are written down in the book on the desk there. You should not read them. You really want to. Seems like a nice opportunity to ask if you'd mind bringing me 3 sunshrooms. If you can find sunshrooms, you can find them growing in the Retsum forest. Sensor should make it a snap. Wait, side door. That's a functioning door. Nice. Thanks for that. So I don't even have the sensor tuned in to sunshrooms. So if you're walking away from something, there'll be no beeps. Shit. Guess who's not getting a sunshroom now? Well, there's still one around. Beeping. It might actually be sensing the one that's all the way up there, which is part of why the sensor can be so irritating as well as helpful, because it will beep for things that are really far away, and it only has 2 different beep modes, a single beep and a double beep. That's it. And if you're moving in approximately the right direction, it'll beep, and then if you're moving in a little bit more precisely the right direction, it'll double beep. Doesn't ever do a triple beep or anything else to let you know you're getting warmer. It's all about the direction you're moving in. So it can be insanely frustrating trying to use those beeps effectively. We could fast travel right back up if we want. If we were out on that cliff, I think we'd have a good chance to fly down to that shrine out in the middle of the water, but we're not there. Not now. Yeah, it's beeping when I kind of run towards the wall. There's obviously no sunshrooms on the wall, but it senses that there's one way up top. Not the most effective tool for honing in on the location of a small object. That is the shrine we need to visit. Which one, Crash? The one in the water or the one at the top? Is it hard to reach? We could probably pick up a leaf and a raft and boat our way out there if it's the one in the water. But I wouldn't mind making the trip, trying to make the trip here to the one up at the top, get that extra shrine, then jump down to the one in the water. I know some people will play through this game and never use fast travel, but the world is vast. I take no issue with fast traveling. Still plenty of ground to cover. Every one of these shrines is puzzles and rewards aside, the shrines being fast travel points make venturing out to unlock them worthwhile, and then you get a lot more to choose from when you want to jump around the map quickly. You can warp right back to the ancient shrine, or ancient tech lab, if we want to. We won't do very well out here, but let's call out Wolflink. Come, Wolfie. Sometimes you can avoid, if you try to go straight up a sloped surface, Link may very quickly switch to climbing. But if you run at an angle, and thereby you're not quite going up as steep a slope as quickly, you can often get him to run along surfaces that he would climb if you tried to go straight. The one in the water is a lot further than you'd think if you check the map. For no fast travel, you would really need to know what you require from that area. Yes. Yes. I never even made it through a full Skyrim playthrough without fast traveling. Told myself I would a few times. Never managed to stick with it. I want those fairies, though. Wolfie, stay. I don't want you scaring those fairies off. Yeah, compass indicator. Another tier of the sensor would be great. I approve of this idea. Oh yeah, Broken Heart Lake. Take a look. The guy over there will tell us a little more about it. I just didn't want to scare off the fairies.
Yeah.
You here to meet your soulmate too? What are you talking about? Hey, don't be shy. I'm here for the same reason after all. Why else would anyone come all the way out here? To be honest though, I've been waiting for a pretty long time, and well, nobody's shown up yet. I thought this was the Sweethearts Pond everyone talks about, but maybe I'm in the wrong place. Yeah, that broken heart really says sweetheart, doesn't it? Alright, Mimos, well, keep waiting. Maybe your luck will change. Yeah, that shrine is a ways out. It's not just around the corner. I wish I did have a sledgehammer. I don't want to dull and break any of those weapons, and you know what'll happen if I use a bomb here. Do it anyways, and we'll see if anything's retrievable. Like some amber and an opal. Flint. Ah, what the heck, why not? Some of those Skyrim dungeons are so long, yeah, you fill up and you can't even bring all your spoils with you. Ditch Wolfie to fight the stall. Hey, it's the three trees. Maybe the same ones I was looking at from a distance. Some luminous stones over there in a cave. Wolf Link despawned. As long as he didn't die, it's cool that he despawned. So let's look at these trees. There's just a single apple on that tree. There's just a single apple on that tree. So now we've got to get the third tree to match. And it's the apple on... It is that apple. This one down. I might have to climb to get two of these others. It's one of them. Korok! Well, that was the type of Korok puzzle I had to eventually look up. I never would have figured that out. Match the fruit hanging from the tree? Really? That we not only get the apple back, we get our arrow back that we shot the apple with. We could take a kind of long way around. It's tempting, though, to try and shortcut it, get to those lower cliffs, and climb up a bit. I could get burned on that, but I think it's worth trying. There's another Korok puzzle right over here. Check out that sunrise. The sun went behind some clouds. I don't know if those Koroks were, they share a lot of elements. There are different leaf shapes they can have for a head, different arrangements of, like playing Mr. Potato Head. And there seems to be a lot of variations. I doubt, there's 900 of them, I doubt they are actually unique in their arrangements. Maybe they're random. Maybe each developer was asked to come up with a few arrangements of all those bits and pieces, but that seems pretty cool to me. Never really going to use these low-tier speed buffs for anything important, so let's get them out of our inventory now. He does. Rivali, one of the first things that I thought of early game was how Link could push things like boulders around, and remembering how you need the power, not the power glove, but what was it called in the first Zelda? Pudding. But before you could push certain rocks and boulders, you needed a special pair of gloves. Oh shit. If we can avoid being spotted here. Our ring? Yeah, was it just a ring? Why? I don't know why I can't more precisely recall, but I cannot. The ring, that sounds more right. These are two separate things. Some lizards. Water buffalo. It was called the Power Glove. All right. When we get the bomb upgrade, they will have bigger explosions and take about half that time to recharge. It will almost feel like an instant recharge. I don't see any reason to bust up weapons. Choo-choos. That was, that was as bad as you could possibly do. I destroyed 2 bits of choo-choo jelly and didn't get either of the 2 others that spawned. Or maybe I had just sent the other jelly flying. Okay. Water buffalo is not going to go down in 1 arrow, even a headshot, unless it's a really good bow. I guess I do have a 32 damage bow. 36 damage bow? Yes. Let me take a single shot. Get a single headshot with the 36 damage bow. Did go down. Oh, That wasn't much. That wasn't much to get from a big old water buffalo. Let's go back to a piddly little bow. Just one drumstick. Uwo Jim Shrine. So, it's Friday. What kind of plans does everyone have for the weekend? I plan to play more Zelda right here. And I flunked my plan to do more back-end stream stuff this week and take another crack at it on Sunday. Don't know that anything will be ready for next week, but we are well overdue for more emotes, commands in chat cleaned up, refined, added to, bringing the point system back, and some in-chat mini games. All of that is on the mental list. That Link guy, he's one violent mofo. Hey, Rexa! Rexa, hey! Another combat shrine. If it's a major, I don't think I can do it yet. Modest. I'll take a damage buff and give it a go. And mow the lawn. Nice, Wombat. Raval, you're going to be playing a lot of this game this weekend? That Great Eagle Bow, that's the champion weapon one, right? There are at least 3 or 4 types of bows in this game which shoot 3 arrows at a time. They only use 1 arrow from your stash, but they will shoot 3 arrows in a bit of a spread. Some really good bows like that. Will, you're going to power through the rest of Andromeda? I hope that does go well. Meant to pick your brain about that comment you had in Discord before about the cutscenes and resolution at some point. Rexa, I'm doing all right. I'm slowly healing, slowly getting things back up to speed here. Kind of itching to spend a lot more time streaming and trying to have patience and not overdo it. Not so easy. Oh, not that there's a bonus in here for wearing the Zora set, but that's our max armor right now. It's unlikely I will use a shield in here at all. Even though carrying the lasers from the big scout guardians out in the world is a good tactic. I've never been good at it. Try to use this battle axe to get through. Oh, Rivali, nothing so simple as that, though I definitely miss the old crew. Those. Have you been, Rexa? Been having any fun lately? Getting that stasis rune upgraded makes such a big difference in these tests of strength. Although it might, no, I'm not gonna be able to, parry with two-handed weapon, but. Okay, for those fairies I picked up. Oh, I was using the weak bow. I never equipped the better bows. Is it gonna do that forever? You don't interrupt it with attacks of some sort? moved away too quickly. Can you actually catch that draft? Oh, you can! At the expense of some stamina, you can catch an updraft either from grass that's on fire or an updraft that exists for any reason. I never actually thought to try it in these shrines when they do that. It feels good, Rexa. I'm glad you're doing well, too. The second tier Guardian Shield. This is a second tier Guardian Axe. Does that plus 45 damage. There's also one that does 60 damage in the major test of strength. Did that thing just hop on a wall? I think it did. I think it did. Pix, Jay, Pix! Okay. Trying to deep breathe my way through the reminders to take pictures of things that I will, you know, never be searching for with the sensor. There's no way we're gonna get a complete compendium. There's no way. And at some point we have to go into the album and actually delete the pictures. They'll stay in the compendium, but we're gonna have to actually take them out of the album because the album will only hold so many. But you can go through and mark them for deletion. Delete them in groups. Gotta get that 100% on stream. Not gonna happen. But it's good to take note of where those shrines are, the combat shrines, because after a blood moon you can go back and fight those guardians for those guardian weapons again. In particular, the modest and the major tests of strength, they tend to drop these battle axes and sometimes the second tier swords. The major ones drop the highest tier weapons, of course. So it's a good place to farm guardian weapons. Another nice bow. Hey Steven, welcome back. Glad to be done with work. We're going after a couple more parts, see if we can complete the climber's set. And then I think we'll go after Varuta. We are where you've been rolling in Andromeda with Drac and PB. They've had some good dialogue. Glad to hear it. I read something today that was, you were talking about Liam's loyalty mission, and I read something today that praised that as the best of the bunch. You say that's the best of the ones you've been through. Hey, hot dogs, what's up? Happy Friday. What are you up to this weekend, man? Is it as gray and dismal down by you as it is here? See the wind whipping over the cliff here, and it would probably carry us out to that island if we wanted to. But I'm more interested in getting to that shrine. Liam's mission was good, but the setup made you want to throw him out the airlock? Well, that's hardly a first. I really like the landscapes in this game, and knowing that we can go to all those far-off places that we see. shrines in viewer are further than they appear. Are you going to try and throw a chicken into Death Mountain? I will leave that to others. What was the other one? There was a few weird things like that lately, doing the rounds on game sites. And someone tried to push Cass all the way around the map. The accordion playing Rito. And is this one of the shoot the... oh, this is one of those. I don't think I ever managed this one. You probably have to take the boat and, I don't know, have a ton of stamina so you could just keep swinging the leaf. Plus you've got the wind to deal with. I don't think I ever got that one. Thought Cass had a static position. Cass, who shows up in many locations, does always stay in one position, but someone figured out that you can nudge the NPCs and they'll kind of skip back a few steps. So if you were willing to spend countless hours nudging the same NPC, you could potentially push them around the map. And, you know, internet, so somebody did. Combat trial again. Is this going to be a major one? Son of a... I don't think I'll be able to do this. I don't think I'll be able to do this yet. Glad I saved outside. Equip the Ancient Battle Axe. 45 damage. That's good enough, although it may not last through the whole fight. I can get a 3rd tier buff. That's good. But there's a good chance I could be killed in 1 or 2 hits. So I'm going to go through a lot of those healing items. My armor's only at the 2nd tier. We've 24 total armor. That's not great. I don't want to burn through a lot of shock arrows, because we're going to need those. Even though we can buy more, we can find more. I don't want to waste the ones I've got. So let's try it. But yeah, I know we're here for a piece of the climbing gear. It's not going to make it any easier, though. These major tests of strength are pretty beefy. Fish Skewer! What's up, Bob? Bob in the house. Welcome, man. How's your Friday going? I would really like to have 2nd tier stasis for this. How do you like that? My first 2 swings, I flat out miss. Panic swings. Let's go for something with a few extra hearts. Easy to replace. So, Bob, are you tending to the office this weekend? Up, Link! Up! Up! Now's your chance. Come on. Get some good swings in. Not terrible. Move! Oh! Link, move! I'm gonna try and ride this air current. Oh, where's my stamina when I need it? Would an ancient arrow kill this guy off in 1 hit? An ancient arrow to the eye would. Yes, I don't have any yet, though. I only have 1 arrow left, actually. It was such a waste of the air. All right, come on, Link, get in there. So close. Okay, one more. Too much. Shit! Not good. Think I nailed the camera there. I think I fixed the camera there. Yes! 60 damage. Ancient battle axe. So, Bob, same clowns, different day. You're getting paid to watch Zelda and move your mouse. We won't cry for you. Hells yeah, chomp chomp. It's gonna be a while before the chomps can actually return Guardian Spear and a 40 damage one-handed Guardian Sword. I'm gonna drop something for that. Let's drop the little club here. I've gotten in the habit of that second tier stasis. Using that, sort of cheesing the fight, but if you can freeze the Guardians, you're a lot more mobile. Nice, Bob. That was close. We were gonna get fried. Once a Guardian nails you with a laser, because you get knocked down for a few seconds, what it will do is it will start charging its laser immediately again, and there's barely any time after getting back up before you get hit again. So that first laser may as well be a death. So no picks. See, it's gonna take a reminder every time. I am just not in the habit of doing that. I'm doing one at a time here. I don't think they despawn, but I have seen weapons despawn if you pick them up and drop them too many times. There's just so much. It sort of breaks the flow of whatever it might be doing to stop and take a bunch of pictures. If I would remember to do it when they're just laying there on the ground, then it would work a little better. I will endeavor to take pictures of things that I might need to track. Climbing gear. You will never run out of slots for armor. You will always be able to pick up any piece of armor that you get, so you don't need to worry about that. It's fantastic. We need electric key swings for the second tier upgrades. What else did we need besides electric key swings? Hightail lizards. So we're gonna need like 10 hightail lizards, 10 key swings, and whatever else we needed for the first. Yeah, no, that's a good way to do it, Rivali. If you see the question marks, pull out your camera. It's a good time to do it. But we're gonna need a bunch of stuff to upgrade that climbing gear. And then that's one of the best all-purpose sets to keep on, since you're climbing so much in this game. Once we have all three pieces and we get them upgraded to second or third tier. Your triumph over this test of strength subverts a prophecy of ruin. If we do one more shrine before going after Divine Beast Ruta, we'll get a 6th heart, and then a 7th when we finish the Divine Beast. And it'll be pretty good. So Rivali, if you have the shrine unlocked, but you never did the battle, I'd recommend using those major test of strength shrines as a way to farm for those weapons we just got. 60 damage two-hand weapon, 40 damage one-hand weapon, and the spear's only 20, but still, these are great for tougher enemies. Really cuts through them. So, all right, where are we off to? Crash, you were talking about one being north of where I was and one being south. Guessing that this was the one to the south, since we were talking about that around the ancient tech lab. Let me warp back up there and grab that sun shroom. I fell off a cliff while we were talking about it. The shrine where the boots are is tough to find, but you do your best to explain. Okay. My best to understand. Chaos, you've done an ancient arrow to one of those? No insta-kill? Are you sure you got it right in the eye? I know that the Scout Guardians, the nasty ones with 8 legs that wander around the world, you can take those out with a single ancient arrow. But maybe not the ones in the shrines. Sunshroom and a hightail lizard. Wish you could continue to stay crouched while you were using the camera. If you use the camera, I'm crouched right now. If I pull out the camera and then put away the camera, Link is standing. I wish you could, and you can move with the camera up, but keeping in mind that you come out of camera mode standing, it seems that you are standing while using it as well. You cannot crouch with the camera. Okay, northeast of the lab, in the mountains. Next time you pull up a map, I can show you. So, northeast of the lab, got Walnut Mountain, Madorna Mountain, got a cluster of trees over here. Is it maybe down there? Is it like a little shrine hidden behind some breakable rocks? And this is where we left our horse. It got stuck by the lake, and there's a Lionel patrolling around here. That's why we ran away. Yes, right there. Holy cow. My memory function? My memory function like that? The dark tree area. Let's go. So that double beat means there's more sun shrooms right nearby, but it doesn't necessarily mean conveniently nearby. They could be half a mile away in this approximate direction. What an annoying sound. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. Chica sensor off. We're definitely gonna need a cold buff when we get into the mountains. That's a rush room. But I wouldn't mind going after all the Swift Violets I see for later on when we do higher tier upgrades. Like that. Not a Swift Violet. I've gone after Swift Violet so many times only to discover that they were actually rush rooms. We need level 2 cold resistance to reach it. Not a problem. I think we might even have level 2 buffs. If we don't, put on the doublet and take a buff. Something. Doublet on. We have 4 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes. 6 minutes. And I could have waited till it got even colder to take that second one, but wasn't thinking. Keeping bombs handy to take out wildlife in snowy mountain areas is a great way to collect meat. It may just be my imagination, but it seemed a lot more gourmet and rare prime meat dropped off of animals that wander in the snowy mountains. There are a lot of wolves. There's often a lot of boars. A lot of chests hidden out in the snow too, half buried in the ground. You can pull them out with magnesis. Now wolves, when they spot you, almost all wolves will bay once, they will howl before they attack. That's a great time to take advantage. Oh, my bombs aren't strong enough yet. What a bummer. We're gonna lose that wolf. When the bombs get upgraded... Oh, we got him! Okay, You need to go after that meat quickly, because if you don't get that meat within about 3 or 4 seconds, it will freeze and it will turn into... It'll stop being a material you can cook, and it'll turn into icy meat that you can only eat for a couple hearts. So you gotta move quickly. If you kill animals in the snow from a distance with a bow, you may not have time to run up and grab the meat before it freezes. Rebecca, wolf meat, yum! Time for a fire arrow here. The Lizalfos will disguise themselves like chameleons pretty much wherever they are. Desert, grass, snow. But if they are an ice breath Lizalfos, you can usually kill them in one hit. A fire weapon or a fire arrow. Those are not them. $13 damage halberd. I think I will leave that there. There it is. We're looking for that breakable wall. Dun-dun-dun. Gel shroom. Forgot to take a picture. We got another one there. The climbing helm seemed to have been in a chest right along the river between the dueling peaks. Was it in the shrine down there, or was it in the chest next to the group of bokoblins? Wild berries. I'm gonna try, Rivali, I'm gonna try to get in the habit of taking pictures whenever I see the question marks. That's a good way to approach it. I might be able to trick my brain into a trigger of some sort. Regular arrows. Back by the bomb here. If he runs away or stays for one more. Got it before it froze. Since I'm thinking about it, let's get some more wood. We're gonna need 30 bundles of wood. I've only got about half that. The chest where you drop the rock on Wolf Link, that's what I was picturing. That's on the ground level between the dueling peaks down by the river. You might want to stand around talking when there isn't a timer that's ticking down. We'll be alright. That timer's going to wear out in the shrine anyways, and we'll either need more when we come out, or we'll have to fast travel away. That's a good reminder, though. Guess this tree's too big to come down. How are we doing on wood? We've got 20 bundles of wood. It's like me trying to throw a grenade at somebody 20 feet away. It's the tree right in front. Okay, not bad. I saw a, this might be cool Saflina over here. Cool Saflina. Cooling items can be cooked into heat resistant stuff, and warm items can be cooked into cold resistant stuff. I know you're shocked. Let's go into the shrine. It's enough lumberjacking for now. Ano Oa. Shrines never have temperature extremes. There's sometimes fire and ice in them, but they won't have a temperature that requires you to be buffed. Should be okay in here. It's not another major test of strength, is it? Not. We're gonna need to do some fishing with explosives again. Getting low on mighty fish. This was actually a shrine quest mission that we don't have yet, right? I don't think I've... Hey, you weren't kidding. Worth making a point. By entering this place, you've already proven your worth. Most shrines have puzzles, but there are more than 40 of them. It's the category of quest that's not unlocked here yet. We don't have any of them. There are more than 40 shrine quests, which require you to sometimes figure out a riddle. Sometimes it's an environmental puzzle in the larger world. Some of them are really quite unexpected. What you have to do: wait for a certain shadow to fall, stand in a certain place, shoot an arrow up at the sun. But they all result in finding a shrine that is otherwise hidden. And then they just give you your reward, and you don't have to do anything else in that shrine. You'd already earned it by finding the shrine. And there's a full set. Heck yeah. Thank you, Crash, for helping me get there so good and quick. We skipped talking to the person to start the quest. Yeah, we were on a mission. Who started that quest anyways? And can you still get it and get it ticked off if you've already found the shrine? We're supposed to talk to Clavia somewhere. There are a great many NPCs in Breath of the Wild. So it's a bit surprising how unique they are. Don't know if there are many or any NPCs who just say the same thing as another NPC. Even the little ones who have almost nothing to say tend to have their own dialogue. It will auto-finish the quest. Does that mean it will be in our... It'll auto-finish the quest maybe when we talk to her, because we still don't have it listed here. Alright. Where to? We might have what we need to do the first tier upgrades on the other two pieces of the climbing set. We definitely don't have enough for the second tier upgrades. But we still get the full... we don't get the set bonus, which is more stamina for leaping while climbing. And that's huge. I want that, but I think we could go after the Dueling Peaks shrines. We could probably climb up. Where am I looking? Let's go back here. Let's do a little fishing in the river. See if we can't get some more fish for damage buffs. You're at the Dueling Peaks River, but you don't see where the chest is. I will be going right by it, where it was, so I should be able to show you. There's a group of bokoblins and a chest that unlocks after you kill them the first time, I think. Not just... Is it a chest just sitting there, or is it up on one of their little lookout towers? You befriend a dog, it may lead you to something interesting. You just killed them. If it didn't unlock a chest, I think it's a group around there. It was on the lookout tower. Are you sure you don't have the bandana then already? I picked it up without realizing I had picked it up. there's that shrine up there, and if it wasn't in the shrine, then it had to be just out here on this side of the river. So. This would be much easier with the upgraded bombs, because the explosion would be wider. We could throw from the shore and get a great many more fish. I just whistle and wake them all up. Look at that one. Run away, brave Sir Robin. He thinks he's funny. Watch out when they do that. Yeah, did you do that shrine right there? Maybe it was the shrine. Okay, question marks. Oko spear. Well, I would. I'll tell you what. You should go ahead and hit up Google to confirm that the bandana is in one spot or another. We don't seem to be able to confirm for you quite where it is. Fish are on the wrong side of the river for me. So what I will often do is go down the river and then cross and come up the other side. Doesn't look like there are that many fish near the bank. That is a Staminoka bass. Get a little further down the river, we're gonna have to deal with those Lizalfos. Those look like just Hylian bass. I'm really here because I want mighty bass. Let's see one of them.
Yep.
There's an armored and a mighty bass. Or carp. Mighty carp. No bass. Carp. Look like Staminoka. Where's all the mighty fish at? No mighties in there, or maybe one, the one furthest out. The one that didn't die. That one. He went deep. This might just be a Hyrule bass, I can't quite see. Mighty carp. Alright, so much for my fishing expedition. I don't have any plain arrows, I wasted them all. We've already climbed up that. Okay, Link, put away the expensive arrows. how do we want to approach the dueling peaks? This side has a couple cliffs. A couple different cliffs, intermediate cliffs as we go up. But I think when I did this the first time, I went up the other side from over by the tower and somewhat stubbornly just went through a lot of stamina items and almost climbed straight up. Just hellish. Hot dogs, I'm sorry you don't have audio at the moment, and you can't hear me saying that I'm sorry you don't have audio at the moment. But I am. I wish you could hear. It would really add something to it, wouldn't it? Climbing gear. Sort this so they're next to each other. It would be really good to have a sledgehammer as well, because we're going to see a lot of rocks. Let's, go get a sledgehammer. I was also thinking we could go loot a lot of the, I don't know, I guess they're not showing from here with the scope, but there's a lot of guardian carcasses out in that field. We might be able to get 2 more shafts. If we can get just 2 shafts, that's a bomb upgrade. But I don't want to bust up my weapons, and you can't really use bombs effectively to break rocks while climbing the dueling peaks, because all the minerals, all the gems will go flying off the side. Free wood. Also, one of the memories is out here in this field, but, oh, you know what? It's, like a special last memory. Alright, we're not going to find one of the memories out in this field at this time. Warp to where your house is. 2 hammers there. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Let's see if we can get any, ancient shafts. Spring. We'll probably just get screws and springs. But we might find a shaft. Please, I want to be shafted. I took pictures of spicy peppers. No! Oh, that's not fair. Oh, battery. I even hooked these up for a few. Well, you know what we're gonna do then? We're gonna take a 10-minute break, and I'm gonna put these on to charge. That's kind of crummy. I don't want them to run out in the middle of something. Found a royal bow right next to that river. It's interesting to see how the loot starts to change as the enemies scale up, as you get more powerful. You might find bokoblins dropping a 40-something damage boko spear. So many of them have boosted stats later on. Right below the shrine, the bomb wall. Cool. I don't think I found that. So it's a little sooner than I was going to take a second break, but let's take 10. I'm going to charge these back up so they at least get about 20 hours charge. Put those on. Come on, you're gonna play nice? Capture taken. Alright, I'll see you back here in about 10 minutes. Queue up a couple songs. Take 10, everyone. For taking off during the break. We'll see you later. Otherwise, I'll meet you back here in 10 minutes.